disagree with me if you want to disagree with me or not, but episode 8 of Mosu GQuuuuuuX is basically one of the strongest episodes. I basically definitely say. I want to say this personally. Basically, Lady Khaleesi, whatever her name is, basically the woman with the mask on, and it's part of the zombie family. Oh my gosh, like this woman. I'm not gonna lie, this woman has no chill for whatsoever at all. What she did to that spy right there, took that guy out, just like not say any expectations, but just saying like how she personally feels and stuff like that, and just saying like you're a spy, like why would you do this and stuff like that, like what were you doing? And he was just making all these excuses. Making all these excuses. I'm just here to serve the Zeon Federation and stuff like that. Because I think that he's basically is a purpose basically kind of guy. Basically, the serving the real future of Zeon. Means that he's for Zeon. And when you have Lady Khaleesi, whatever her name is or something like that, part of the zombie family, I don't think she really doesn't really much care about Zeon. Maybe that she does, or maybe that she really doesn't, or maybe that she's just part of a base of what she really actually does. Is it possible because she wants to get what she wants? It's basically so because I don't see her basically be a really corrupt woman. I think that she's really is a good person because I think that she really actually is. But when you double cross her and doing something that you shouldn't do, yeah, there is a very good possibility, like, you know, you're gone for good. You know, it's just like what she did to that spy. Guys, the guy was gone. The guy was gone right there. It was just like, wow, I never seen that really basically happen before. And it kind of shocks me. It really does. It really does because of what she did and stuff like that. I don't know really that much about Lady Khaleesi, really all that much. Or anything like that, because I don't really know that much. I really don't know that. Maybe I might do some lore or something like that based on YouTube and see what space is going on and stuff like that, because I want to get back into the original base of the Gundam series, because I'm talking about the very first Gundam series, because the reason why is because of that. I did watch pretty much not most of it, but it is a very good watch. I definitely do like it. The graphics are pretty good, are pretty good for the anime and stuff like that. And I think it's something to dive in and stuff like that, because I wasn't really thinking like if I really wanted to go back, because I like Admiral Ray because the way that he is and stuff like that, like the way how he pilots the mobile suits and stuff like that, it's really just something very, very good. I definitely do like. Char especially, I definitely think I love his character really a lot, because I think that he's basically is a guy who's basically full support of Zeon, and basically Zeon. He's basically the kind of guy who's basically a true soldier. That's kind of like take as an aspect of basically a true American soldier who supports their country. Means that when you volunteer into the military, that means you're supposed to take great pride in for your country, especially for your brothers and your sisters and stuff like that. That's what I kind of label as Char. Char as basically he's a true soldier, because not only because he's a true soldier, because he's a true hero based of Zeon. And that's what I like about Char, about Char really a lot. But I want to say that Char has a difference, has a difference of base of, not just only because of the way he thinks or anything like that, because I think he's very intelligent, because like the way how not only because of things the way he says, but he sees things far much more. He doesn't think there pretty much should basically be anybody basically out there in the future that can basically challenge him. I mean, there's nobody basically out there that really can't. Could there basically be anybody basically out there? Only one person that can only challenge him is basically it's Admiral Ray, because Admiral Ray is pretty much the only guy to pretty much out there, or I would say just the only kid just out there, because he has his own different logic reason, because the way he sees things basically more take as for aspects of Mobile Suit Gundam C As for Kira Yamato, I know I've said many references basis of that because I love the series. It's one of my favorite series of all time. I really do love it. But anyways, to take up an aspect of Kira Yamato is a very good example because he does not want to be involved in the war because the reason why because he doesn't want to be involved in it because he doesn't want nothing to do with the politics and stuff like that. And just for greedy people just want money and just use for the aspect of just to kill people and stuff like that because he doesn't want his hands being dirty. Means that he doesn't want his hands being dirty. But even though when you go later into the series, I think somewhere about 10 or 12 or somewhere right around there, I'm not so sure, right around there where he goes on Earth and he decides that he wants to be in the military and he wants to support based on the military. But you also have to realize also as well too that Kira Yamato is a different pilot than other pilots really actually is. Means that he's probably half natural and probably half coordinator also as well too. But some people will probably just call him just basically because he's a super coordinator, he's a super ace coordinator. I don't look at him because he's just a super ace coordinator, because I look at him because he's just a normal person, because I'm just human. That's all I really am. That's all I really am. And I definitely do agree with the fact that some of the fundamentals of all the things that he says. I think Overworld Ray is just kind of like different to basic kind of like of Kira, because I think that he was forced into a situation to be involved into war. And so take the aspects of Earth Federation forces. Sometimes they have to withdraw. They have to draft kids to basically be in the military. They have to, because when it comes to war and stuff like that, they have to. That's what they have to do. When it comes to other different wars and stuff like that, people may not like the fact because of war, because that's how it is. That's how it is. I mean, I would imagine back then, probably back in our times and stuff like that, probably the 40s or probably in the 30s, back in World War I or World War II, we had to draft people in the military to the base to put them in there, to put them out there and say like, hey, we need younger people so to support basically into the military. I want people to understand also too. I don't want people to really think I'm getting off track. I think I am, but I want a person to say here is basically that I think the purpose of what I'm trying to say here is basically that having good talent, having good kids be in the military is very, very important, because it's very, very important to have them to be in any aspects, especially in the military. I may not know everything about the military. I may not know everything. My dad was in the military also as well too. But I personally want to say here as basically that I think Shar, based as a person, is a person who I really, really like really a lot, because his philosophies of basically like how he thinks and how he reacts and how basically that he sees the future, not just around him, for the love of Zeon that he really actually is. He is the ultimate hero that represents the people who he serves for and stuff like that. And basically that it's not because he demands it. It's not because he wants respect. It's not just because he wants just for the politics and for the money and for all that other stuff. It's none of that. All he's just doing that he's supporting the soldiers around him that support him and stuff like that. And sometimes his people has to make drastic changes, and sometimes he has to make drastic changes also too. He may not like it. Some others people may not like it and say like, yeah, Shar is just a twisted evil person. I used to think that, but now I really don't, because he's just a man. Like I said before, he's an ultimate hero that people do look up to him and stuff like that, because he's a great example of serving, of basically what he really actually is. I don't think he's a hungry kind of guy, just wants all the glory for himself. I don't think he really is not. I may be in denial basically of saying that, but I really don't see him basically as basis that. I think that Shara is basically, to me, I think that he is a good person. I really do think that he really actually is. I really do think so. I really do. I really do. And basically, when it comes to Amon Ray is just completely different. Even though he's young and stuff like that, I mean, he has a lot of talent, and he knows what he does and stuff like that. And he has that talent because he knows how to pilot a motor. Like I said before, back with Kira, when he learned how to pilot the Mosu, because he knows what he's doing, because he's a coordinator, because he knows what he's doing. Now, I want to talk about Naya. Naya as space as a character, as space for herself. I want to say this. I think Leia Kayasha is brainwashing her. I really definitely think so. That's what I definitely think. I think that she's trying to force her to do this and stuff like that. I think that she's basically being handpicked to pilot the G Fred. I'm not gonna lie, it's got a Fred, like Fred Flintstone of the Mosu. But I wasn't willing, no, jokes aside, but I think the Mosu, it kind of represents replicas of the G1 of the Evangelion. Now, one thing I've also kind of surprised that they said, like, they picked like 3 people to see who's basically going to be the ones to pilot the Mosu. But even though Neon is a perfect fit, because she really actually is. And one thing I did not like about the fact, not only because in this episode, because one of the spies basically in this episode was basically to give her a cake to make her have to have a heart attack. So there must have been something in the cake, maybe way too much sugar, or maybe it's something else or something like that. But if you look closely into the episode, you see Naya. You see, but you basically see Naya where she basically wants to bite the cake, but then all of a sudden she thinks twice and say like, no, I shouldn't eat the cake because I'm gonna die. Because I'm gonna die. Because that's what it basically feels to me. But one thing also as well too. If you look at her face expressions, it's kind of like she's kind of like this and stuff like that. Like she really doesn't smile. She really doesn't. The girl is has no chill. I'm not gonna lie. I really am not gonna lie at all. It seems like she just pretty much just lost herself. She really did. That's what I definitely think. I think that she just actually just did. I mean, some people would think that probably she lost her humanity in herself. I don't think she has, or anything like that. Maybe she's grieving because what happened to Sanji. No one doesn't know what happened to him. That brings up another thing. Could it be very possible that Sanji could be alive? Could it be very possible that the Gundam GQuuuuuuX is maybe piloted based by itself? Some people would probably say that will be impossible based for it to happen. I would personally think that I don't think it would not be impossible, because maybe that she knows where the Red Comet actually is, or I would say AKA the Red Gundam, or I would say RX 78, or I would say RX 78, AKA Red Gundam or Red Comet, whatever you want to say. But the question is the Red Gundam, is it gone? Is it gone? Is it really actually is? We don't know. We don't know if it's been destroyed or not. We don't know. We really don't even know, because we just really don't know. I want to also want to say this also well too, is basically like if Sanji is basically really still alive. I'm also curious about one other thing also as well too, because if Char is still alive, think about this. If you pay attention to the credits, it's not the credits. If you pay attention to the subtitles based on the credits, you can see where it says where the captain is basically saying, like, or I will say the commander who's still a chief, that he says that there is a very good possibility that Char could be still alive somewhere, based in the world, or whatever, that we really don't know. Could it be possible? We just don't know. We just don't know if that really is a very good possibility, if he could be still alive or not. So I'm really curious about where the anime actually is going to go. But the major question is still the cards still left in the hands, if the cards are going to fold on the table, on the table. So what the cards are still holding in the hands, there's still maybe that possibility. No season 2. Maybe. But if the cards were to fold on the table, then there is a season 2. What I'm trying to say here is that I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know how they're going to fit everything really basically apart based in this anime. But one thing I really don't like about this anime is that bringing up new characters based in this anime is not a good thing. I really do not like that really a lot. Because I understand it's basically coming a little later into the series. Sometimes that does make sense, but I just don't care for that really that much. Because having popped up characters, it just doesn't really add anything to the table based of that. That's what I'm saying. I'd like to see a full house on the table and saying, yeah, there's going to be season 2. But I'm afraid that we're not going to see season 2. If we don't see season 2, it's game over for the series. I hate to see it go like that, because if it's just going to go like that, I don't know. So, I mean, like I said before, I'm just really afraid that we're not going to see season 2. I mean, I would hate to see that really happen. I really would. I mean, it's just like, just basically a lot of people. I do have a high expectations for this series. I really do. I know a lot of people also will too. Not because it's different, because I like the choreography basically the anime that illustrates basically all the different things and stuff like that. But not only based because of that, because of basically the fan service based on the series. I think the fan service in the series probably didn't need it really that much. It really didn't. Because I don't think that's just not really basically a good thing to really basically actually do. But when you look at other past different series, yes, there are some, but not really basically a lot. But I think that the series basically itself is kind of like repeating it to basically doing that. I don't like that, because that's really just basically a distraction, because when it comes to a Gundam series. Sometimes that is a good thing, but sometimes that's not really a good idea to really do. Some people do like that, but some people really don't like that. I don't mind it really that much, but it just does not really need it. I don't want it to be a distraction, to be a big distraction when it comes to basically to the story. Because when it does, then the story's not going to make any sense, make any really basic good sense. And I definitely do understand a lot of people basically will say what they say, like it's not right, basically in a general way. So yeah. Anyways, long video for you. I definitely think so. That's my opinion. That's what I think. So yeah. Anyways, I don't know if I missed any points or something, or I may say maybe I must miss anything. But there's still possibilities and stuff like that. And I think Michu is probably Michu. I think that she really is basically going to be back in the mobile suit of the GQs. I definitely do think so, because I really do believe she's pretty much is the right person to be, so basically in the mobile suit. But the question is, are they going to basically go on Earth or something like that? Because there's also a very good possibility, if they were to go on Earth, could there be a cliffhanger of episode 12? That could be a very good possibility that could lead maybe into season 2. I'm hoping a cliffhanger will happen episode 12. I will like that. But there's a reason for it, because I think that would be a very good possibility to lead into season 2. What if the cliffhanger were to happen based on Earth? Let's say they were to land on Earth, and that could be a very good possibility. Now, some people will probably say, James, you're just getting ahead of yourself. I don't think I'm not. There is that possibility. There is a room for that possibility that basically really could happen. But hey, I'm a wishful thinker. I mean, that really could happen. I just don't know if that really is going to be the possible scenario that's going to happen. But I really want to see that happen, because if that doesn't happen, then there's not going to be a season. There's not going to be a season 2. So I think I probably would say, be careful what you wish for, because it may happen. We get a cliffhanger, and guess what? We don't have no season 2. So that's a gamble I'm saying right now. That really is. But I don't know if that's going to be that possibility. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see where it's going to go, and just to see if that really actually is. I hope this anime does not turn out to be like Darling in the Franxx, because like what happened to that with the last episode, Darling in the Franxx, I was very disappointed with that based on small too. I know this has nothing to do with Gundam, but I've seen a lot of different series, but it's just that last episode just didn't really didn't get any clarifications, but no season 2. So I'm just gonna have to wait and see. So anyways, yeah. Anyway, before I end this video, if you guys hear any thunder out there, we're supposed to get some rain, and so yeah. Anyways, that's it for this anime review. What you guys think? Long episode review. But yeah, anyways, this is on the next episode. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Please like and give me a thumbs up or give me a thumbs down. And please leave me comments down below. Anyways, I love you guys. Take care. Hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. God bless. Remember to I love you guys. Please stay safe and remember stay blessed. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.